and going through their pregame warm-ups, trying to get loose and focused here before tip. Glad to have you with us for this Monday afternoon presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with the all-star team of Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson. With only one game left, let's take a peek at how the final seedings could look in the West. You look at the Warriors, 6th best record in their respective conference right now, hoping to end the season on a high note. And, of course, the Pelicans, well, they haven't had the season they wanted so far.
Well, I think for Golden State, we'll see if they can up the ante down the stretch. They still have a lot of work to do in order to rise to the top.
Well, sometimes those teams that are on the edge can be the most dangerous. They play like they have something to prove.
All right, checking out Golden State's opening lineup. Curry and Pods make up the backcourt. Trace Jackson-Davis out there with Kuminga. And it's Porter in at the 3 slot. And for New Orleans, after this final game of the regular season, for some, a chance at postseason glory. For others, Jones, he's checked in for New Orleans. Alvarado comes in for DeJounte Murray. And a new group getting ready for the Warriors. Jimmy Butler's checked in for Jackson-Davis. Santos comes in for Kuminga. Moody's checked in for Michael Porter. And it's Porter Jr. in for Podziemski. Pass to Williamson. Shot clock at 6. Outside Jones. The 3 is up. Porter pulls it in. The Warriors lead by 5. And here's Moody. Down low. Now Porter. 17 points in his last outing. Outside Curry. Puts up a 3. Oh, he gets it to go. So far, he can't miss. He's 4 for 4.
Not sure there's such a thing as a bad 3 for Steph.
Alvarado outside. Now here's Williamson. He's guarded closely. No luck on that one. Ooh, good work defensively by Butler. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I was able to talk with Willie Green for a minute. I wanted to know how he planned on tackling the Jimmy Butler problem. He told me I want to make everything as hard for him as possible, anything we can do to bother him and to get him to be even a little less aggressive, trying to put out the fire before it starts. That's the plan. Back to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Williamson looking around. Good work there as it goes. Williamson's got 7 points. And Curry's got the ball here for the Warriors. They're leading by 8. Their first chance this season playing the Pelicans.
They'll be looking for payback after grabbing the short straw in the season series last year.
And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
And Curry's focus at this point in his career is clear: to keep winning championships.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Warriors.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And then Porter with the dunk.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
Murray. The rebound by Moody. The Warriors lead by 12. And, Coach, you look at DeJounte Murray, a 6'5", do-it-all guard.
Well, Brian, he's got the size and quickness to defend either backcourt position. Offensively, he's best with the ball in his hands, but he has developed his spot-up game to help the team.
2 on the clock. Here's Podziemski. It's hauled in by New Orleans.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Murray passes to Jones. Olynyk with a screen on Butler. Jones against Butler. Murray passes to Hawkins. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray.
This is a go-to shot for Hawkins because he knows how dangerous he can be from downtown.
Here's Santos, defended by Jones. Fires in the triple. Porter's got 5 now.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
To the paint. Here's Murray. Pajimski grabs the board.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Now here's Porter. Tightly guarded. The layup off target. And so it's the Golden State Warriors, now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. We hear teams talk about wanting to get the ball inside, but this is how you do it. We'll be right back after this word. And so far through 1 quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Boy, for the Warriors, this has been the game they've wanted to have.
I'll tell you what, judging from that first period, you have to love what they're doing offensively.
Well, you know I'm going to give this coaching staff some credit. What a great game plan they've had. Let's see if this can continue.
On the floor for the Warriors, they've got Moses Moody, Jimmy Butler out there with Brandon Pajimski, and it's Santos in at the 4.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Pass to Butler. Here's Santos. Here's Moody. Jones grabs the board. Pelicans trail by 12. Outside Murray. Inside. Here's Olynyk. The shot misses. Golden State has got 5 of 7 threes to drop here tonight. Up top, Porter, defended by Murray. Porter, the pass to Butler. And rejected.
Well, that's the long arms of Murray. A huge asset defensively, as we saw right there.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And Grant, DeJounte Murray, a bit of a throwback player. He's comfortable attacking at all 3 levels.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he does a lot of work in the mid-range for a guard. He's very comfortable with any shot on the floor. Not shy about putting up a ton of attempts if that's what's needed.
McCollum, he's checked in for Boston. Jonathan Kuminga, he's checked in for the Warriors. New Orleans is shooting the ball at 48% so far. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
Porter, the pass to Butler. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback. Butler's got 5 points.
We haven't seen many buckets like that one. These teams have struggled to dial in their shooting.
Yeah, the score is also the result of quality defense. These teams are almost doing more on that end.
The 3. A nice shot by Hawkins. Hawkins has gotten his 2nd bucket.
I love the decisiveness from Hawkins. He's skilled at realizing when he should shoot off the catch.
Back to Porter. Pass to Butler. Over Olynyk. Shot is good. Off the back rim and in. Butler's gotten 4 this quarter.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
On target from range. He's got 7.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Every team in the new NBA wants to be on this list. The sharp shooters from three-point range. In the third spot, the Warriors.
Instead of just bombing away, they work hard to create good looks from beyond the arc.
And so it's Butler who brings up the ball for the Warriors. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
Jones, the pass to Murray. Porter pulls it in.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
They get it again. Here's Podziemski. Three-pointer, no good. Pelicans trail by 7. Lets a floater go. Hawkins can't get it to go. Golden State has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Pass to Porter. Butler, a screen on Murray. Porter against Murray. Outside Moody. From deep. It's Podziemski on the wing. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Podziemski's got 10 points.
Well, there's Butler making the right play, as he so often does.
Outside Olynyk. Pass to Hawkins. Outside Jones. And again, New Orleans, no good. The Warriors lead by 10. Porter, the pass to Butler. Back to Porter. Puts one up from 19. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. 7 points in the game.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Pass to Olynyk. McCollum on the wing. Defended by Podziemski. McCollum right side. And out of bounds. The Warriors will take it. And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Michael Porter, who's checked in for the Warriors. Golden State has gone 6 for 12 from deep so far in this game. Porter with it. Checked by Murray. Murray against Porter. Pass to Butler. To the inside. It's hauled in by New Orleans.
Just hasn't found much consistency from the floor, but his teammates have picked up the slack.
And Grant, you look at the players the Pelicans have gone after recently. They have a clear plan.
Well, they do, B.A. They want to surround Zion with shooters, which, of course, makes sense. It's sort of the same kind of blueprint the Bucks laid out with Giannis. If you can shoot, the Pelicans have a spot for you. You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass. He drops yet another dive, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
McCollum, the pass to Murray. Murray is doubled. There's McCollum with the three. And again, New Orleans no good.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Outside Porter. Throws it up high. And Kuminga throws it down.
Oh, what a perfect pass to set that up.
Hey, the feed might have been pretty, but the finish, that was angry. And it's Willie Green calling the timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. This game coming after a loss versus the Raptors.
And it was an awful game defensively. They lost the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
And being slow on your rotations is a killer. There's not a team in the league that won't punish you for that.
For New Orleans, Williamson's checked in for Hawkins, and Alvarado's subbed in for DeJounte Murray. Now here's Alvarado. In his last outing, 10 points for him. Clock at 6. McCollum outside. Gets the three to fall. McCollum's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Well, no doubt, McCollum is dangerous from distance.
Outside Pajemski. Outside Porter. Pass to Butler. And here's Kuminga for 3. Alvarado with a rebound. Pelicans trail by 14. Williamson with it. Over Butler. Ooh, good work defensively by Butler.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
Now here's Porter. Alvarado defending. Porter's shot is off. New Orleans has gone 3 of 6 from outside in the second quarter. Williamson outside. Pass to Jones. No good. Great D that time from Porter. And so Porter will bring it up for the Warriors. 17 points was their biggest margin. Coming into this, having notched a win against San Antonio in their last game.
And it wasn't just their starters putting in work. Their backups were real spark plugs on offense.
Well, when you can build your lead with the second unit on the floor, that makes the game a heck of a lot easier.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Zion Williamson is a 1 of 1. His teammate C.J. McCollum told him, your ceiling is unlike anything the NBA has ever seen, but it's up to you to take full advantage of whatever it is. You can be as good as you want to be. This game will go where you take it. Brian?
You know, Allie, at his best, he is unstoppable.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
And there's a pick. Outside Porter. Pass to Porter. Tries it from the top of the key. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans.
And that's one he wants back. Just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
Outside Butler. And he lobs it up to the rim. And Kuminga throws it down.
The all-around game of Butler. He's all about sharing the rock and getting his guys involved.
And we've got a timeout called by Willie Green. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Both teams deciding to change it up. Well, a chance to check out some stats for Zion. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a commanding 22-point lead going into the break. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. Better luck next time.
And as we welcome you to halftime, no other way to say it, an abysmal start for the New Orleans Pelicans.
I'll say this. Yeah, you want to protect the paint. But when you're getting killed from long range, you have to make the adjustment defensively. They're not going to win like this.
Seems highly unlikely indeed. Now let's take a moment to recognize our players of... Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. You got to like what we're seeing from Brandon Pajemski.
Through the first 2 quarters and change, his perimeter shooting continues to be spot on.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first 2 quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
Jones, he's checked in for the Pelicans. New Orleans has got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. And he's going for the oop here. Up high and down it goes on the lob.
Go up and hit it, Trey Murphy.
And for the Warriors, they've got Moody, and it's Porter in at the point. Outside Moody. Here's Gay. It's hauled in by Zion Williamson.
Well, when they're playing off you, you have to make them pay. And he couldn't.
Zion Williamson seems intent on silencing all the doubters moving forward, Graham.
Yeah, B.A., he's not taking any more questions about conditioning. His physicality and play really answered that question now. He has been looking better than ever. He's been just a little off the mark tonight. Really the story of the game so far.
There's a screen. Outside Moody. Fires for 3. That one drops, and it comes off an assist from Porter.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Pass to Murray. To the middle. And that one is stuffed right through.
Yeah, and Murray can do so many things on the court, including setting up his teammates.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Warriors.
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
Yeah, all throughout the game, the opposition hasn't been able to keep them off the glass. And they're paying for it, giving up second chance points.
Moody passes to Porter. Butler, a screen on Murray. The drive by Porter. Pass to Santos. Fires the 3. The rebound by Murray. Well, the Pelicans shooting just 36% in the third. Williamson against Butler. Outside Jones. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Golden State. Moody's got 4 rebounds now.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Outside Porter. Butler, a screen on Murray. Porter from outside. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Williamson finds Murray. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Murray's got 12 points in the game. Outside Moody. Outside Porter. This one for 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Porter against Murray. Pass to Williamson. And here's Murray from outside the arc. Santos pulls it in.
Well, after draining 3 triples in the first half, he doesn't have any in the second half. I know he's disappointed, but he needs to remain aggressive.
Here's Porter. 16 points for him. The three-pointer off the mark.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Williamson against Butler. Williamson outside.
2 minutes remaining.
And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Well, Coach, Zion is always must-see TV when he plays. It's his availability that is questioned.
Yeah, it is, Brian, but he's been healthier. And when he plays, there's nobody like him in the NBA with that size, skill, and force.
And that one misses. All right, Coach, what are some qualities you're looking for in a lead guard?
Well, look, you want a guy that can make plays, that can control the game. When I first got into the league, people thought about point guards as traditional pass-first guys. But now it means more than that. You want a guy who can make plays, whether it's for himself or for his teammates.
Outside Butler. A minute 29 left in the third. Pass to Porter. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Butler passes to Porter. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Here's Jones. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
What a smart play by Jones. Staying with his motion and just letting the defense come and foul.
First one falls for him. And New Orleans making a change here. Olynyk's checked in. The Warriors also with a sub. Miller's checked in. Jones hits them both.
And Jones understands his role on this team, which is to help space the floor and defend with ferocity.
Outside Moody. Pass to Santos. Back to Moody. Outside Butler. Outside Moody. The three is up. And it's Boston with the rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
The shot no good. And the Warriors shooting 35% in the third quarter. Miller on the wing. Outside Porter. Launches it. He can't get that one to fall. And for the Pelicans, they're shooting only 38% from the floor. Not great. Murray inside. Porter's there. Murray, no good. And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. The Warriors on top, running away with this one. And time for a short break. Stay right there. The fourth quarter is coming up next. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammate.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first three quarters. Alvarado and McCollum comprise the backcourt. Trey Murphy out there with Herb Jones. And it's Hawkins in at small forward. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Butler's gone 40% from the floor in 10 attempts. McCollum on the wing. Moody defends. Now here's McCollum. Defense is right there. And that one's good.
Well, that's the thing about McCollum. He can absorb the contact and still complete the play.
Now here's Moody. McCollum defends. Mitchell against Jones. Mitchell misses. And we played through about a minute here in the fourth. To the paint. Here's Jones. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Well, when guys like Jones elevate, watch out.
Porter in the post. Alvarado defending. Butler on the wing. He nails it. That's his 5th make in 11 tries.
It doesn't matter what angle you give him. When Butler gets inside, you know he's going to convert.
Mitchell against Jones. Pass to Hawkins. That's good. And it's Jones with the assist. 2 minutes gone by here in the 4th. The Warriors have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the 4th. Now here's Moody. McCollum defends. Mitchell, a screen on McCollum. Here's Moody. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
Knocks it down from distance.
We've seen what this young man can do, and we're seeing it again here. Murphy having an outstanding game.
Pass to Mitchell. Here's Moody. Back to Mitchell. Outside Porter. Stan, you've always been known as the style police. We're used to seeing the home team in white, but you look around the league now, there's a lot more variety.
Yeah, and that's before you even get to the neon shoes some of these guys are wearing. The NBA palette, Brian, has gotten a lot more adventurous.
Jones, the pass to Hawkins. Shoots from 12. Mitchell grabs a miss. And it's Porter with the ball for the Warriors. And it's good for 2.
How talented is Butler? I mean, just so adept at carving out some space inside and converting.
Alvarado with it. Porter's there. And Alvarado gets it to go.
Well, the efficiency is there, but not the volume. He needs to start doing this every trip down the floor to close the gap.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. So both teams making some changes here.
Substitution on the court.
We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. Pass to Porter. Back to Porter. 4-3. That one drops, and it comes off an assist from Porter.
3 points.
Porter's got 4 assists in the game.
Well, something changed for him at halftime. He's been more solid on the offensive end.
Here's McCollum. Up and in on the layup.
Oh, what a tricky shot. CJ, he's showing off now.
Porter against McCollum. And Alvarado over to help. And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. Well, you look at the so-called super teams that have been assembled in recent years. A lot of cautionary tales.
Yeah, I mean, teams giving up their draft picks for the better part of a decade to bring in a star. It can get ugly really fast if things don't work out.
Porter finds Kuminga. 5 to shoot. Here's Jackson Davis. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Assist from Jonathan Kuminga.
Alvarado with it. Pass to McCollum. Jones feels it out. Drops in the 3.
It's a nice little sleight of hand trick there by Jones.
Butler against Jones. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Zion Williamson is checked in for New Orleans. Murray comes in for Alvarado. The Pelicans have gone 7 of 8 in this fourth quarter. And here is Williamson. Outside Murray. Six on the shot clock. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Butler with the ball. He's picked up by Jones. Deflects the pass. Jones against Porter. Outside Porter. There's the triple. McCollum pulls it in. McCollum's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Williamson. And Grant, while we want the officials to get it right, I'm sure the league would like to shorten that time officials are at the table.
Tell me about it. You wonder if a time limit should be instituted. If they can't figure it out after a minute or so, just go with how it was called on the floor.
Well, one of the sharpest players off the floor, C.J. McCollum.
Well, Brian, he also did a great job as president of the Players Union, and he's great on his podcast, too.
I'm sure he'll be doing games with you suited up after his playing career.
Yeah, I just hope he's not taking my job. Well, this is Porter's go-to shot. He's very proficient from three-point land.
Murray looking around. From deep three-point range. Warriors with the rebound. Kuminga's got 9 rebounds now. Pass to Porter. To the wing, right side. Outside Porter. Down low. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Third personal foul. First team foul.
And he knocks down the first one. McCollum, he's checked in for Jones. Stephen Curry, he's checked in for the Warriors. Porter hits them both. And it's the Pelicans with the ball. Now Murray. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. Well, Grant, in terms of scheduling, you see any way to eliminate back-to-backs?
You know, I'm not a big fan of eliminating back-to-backs, but to answer your question, B.A., you have 2 choices. Either fewer regular season games or extend the season by a few weeks. I don't think either one of those options is in our future.
Pass to Santos. Outside Porter from deep three-point land. It's hauled in by New Orleans.
and you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Williamson finds McCollum. Back to Williamson. Over Moody. And the Pelicans miss again. The Warriors lead by 23. Now here's Porter. Outside Butler. Floats one up, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Such a physical player. Butler takes the contact on the way up.
And, Coach, when we get to the playoffs, Jimmy Butler plays his best basketball.
Well, Brian, look, it's tangible. You see his numbers go up in the postseason. Butler's been the #1 option on multiple finals teams. That puts him in rare company.
Back to Porter. Outside Moody. Here's the three. And no good.
Well, with his team leading, he might just want to put that one in his pocket next time.
Porter pulls it in. And so Porter will bring it up for the Warriors. Outside Moody. Back to Porter. Outside Moody. Here's the pick. Fires from deep. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. More and more, we're seeing international players come into the league who are NBA ready, Grant.
It really is a sight to see, BA. And some of those guys start playing pro ball when they're 16 or 17 years old. It toughens you up real quick playing against older competition at that age.
Mitchell's checked in for the Warriors. Murray inside. Porter's there. Left side Murray. New Orleans needs to hurry. Late clock. And again, no good by New Orleans.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure, he wants back.
Moody. And he slams it in one-handed.
BA, the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Here's Murray. Unable to get that one. Some solid defense from Butler. The Warriors have gotten 8 of 14 shots to drop so far here in the fourth quarter. Outside Porter. There's a screen. Outside for Mitchell. And it's Butler off the drive. Outside Moody. Over McCollum. Moody misses. New Orleans has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed pass.
I like that from Murray. I mean, he lets things develop and then boom, assist.
Mitchell, a screen on Murray. The drive by Porter, and here's Butler outside. Rebounded by New Orleans.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Pass to Murray. Back to Williamson. Murray against Butler. Looking to get back on track. Some solid defense from Butler.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
And stolen by Murray.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Warriors.
When you look at their assist totals, you can see why it was easier for them to score. The ball was really popping tonight.
And good things seem to happen when you're patient and willing to make the next pass. Their offense has flowed really well.
And a good performance to bring them their 18th win of the year. Brown, he's checked in for the Warriors. Miller comes in for Santos.
Excellent effort on the road. They've literally sucked the energy out of this arena.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
Pass to Murray. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Man, good whistle there.
Personal foul.
The first one falls, and the Warriors making a switch here. Miller's checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them. There's 31 seconds left in the game. Butler up top. A shot from the high post. Right side Moody. Jacks up a three. Drains the triple.
Well, that's a terrific kick-out pass. When the defense collapses like that on the inside, you've got open people outside.
McCollum on the wing. Guarded by Miller. McCollum outside. And so it's the Warriors taking care of business in this one. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Jimmy, a strong finish to close it out. What was the difference?
Being a lot more aggressive. Obviously made some shots, but I think in the end we guarded well. And we executed on offense and we made some shots.
It always comes down to great defense. Thanks, Jimmy.
Allie, thank you as always. That's it, folks. The NBA regular season is in the books. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And before we go, we'll leave you with our player of the game.